Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's me, Hex is going here with you another new video. Hopefully you guys do enjoy this one. And today we're reviewing Godzilla vs. Kong. So let's jump right into this. It was pretty good. Okay, no, but seriously, let's talk about this because I have a lot to say about this one. Fair warning that there are spoilers included, so if you don't want to hear them, watch the movie and then come back to this video. Also, real quick, ignore the messy background. It's just gonna be like that because I didn't want to set up my green screen today. So, pardon me. But yeah, so let's break down the good things about this movie. The monster fights are absolutely incredible. And the CG in this movie is absolutely stunning. The visual design is unmatched, in my opinion. And the fact that the CG in this movie came from the same studio that created the DC movies, and that CG is awful, amazes me every time. Some characters, such as the lady who takes care of a small child, is interesting, and the child who communicates with Kong, which I was referring to, did a pretty good job. I mean, she didn't have much of a speaking role, I don't think, but it was a very just interesting character, is how I would describe it. Like, just very interesting. Kong being a complete badass. Was pretty cool. Same with Godzilla. They were both really cool characters. That was to be expected in this movie. Kong has a throne. By the way, like I said, there are spoilers. Kong has a throne in the Hollow Earth. Built from his ancestors. Is pretty cool. That's where he gets the axe from. And I guess the way they use Ghidorah. That's a stretch. So we're going to the cons now. Most of it is going to be plot related, because this plot was so fucking boring, man. It starts out so slow. First act, nothing monster related really is happening besides, look at Kong is on a ship, but there's a lot of exposition dumped on you. Oh man, look at this. There were ancient rivals. Wherever Kong is, if he's outside of our habitat made by Monarch, if he's outside of this area in Skull Island, he's going to die. Because Godzilla is going to hunt him. Well, we need to find Hollow Earth. Okay, yeah, sure. But Kong will die. But we need to do it. Okay, fine, we're taking a boat. It's just the exposition being dumped on you. Oh, you know, there are bitter rivals. Kong might know the way to Hollow Earth. Hollow Earth is this, blah, blah, blah. All the monsters come from Hollow Earth, blah, 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 blah. Okay, then we're taking Kong to Hollow Earth. There is one minor fight. And I won't even say it's a fight. It is just Kong getting absolutely fucking destroyed. Without the help of the military. By Godzilla. Literally nothing interesting happens outside of that. Because it's just Kong is on a boat. Characters are talking. A girl's like, hey, Godzilla's approaching. They prepare for Godzilla. Okay. But why? Why does the girl have this? Actually, don't answer that, because that is already what made the plot so bad in the first place. The fact that it's just exposition being dumped, especially in the first act. The characters are also just awful and not likable. Again, outside of the woman who's taking care of the child that can speak to Kong, and the child who can speak to Kong, outside of them, every character pretty much sucks. Everyone is either wholly good, wholly evil, or just dumb. Just dumb. Villain of the story. Fucking basic. And doesn't know when to shut the fuck up. The script writers did a horrible job with these characters. They made them so much less interesting. I don't like having a villain in a monster fighting thing. Just give me the monsters fighting. So the fact that they even incorporated one sucked. And the fact that they couldn't even make him interesting is so much worse. The way they introduced Mechagodzilla. Yes, Mechagodzilla is in this movie. The way they introduced him was admittedly kind of cool, but also kind of sucked, because I don't want to see Mechagodzilla in a movie that is meant to be Kong versus Godzilla. That should not be a surprise. The The script, absolutely awful. I've already gone over this. But with the characters being so dull script-wise, that ruined them. Especially from the girl that from the last Godzilla movie who saw her mom die. I cannot remember her name for the life of me. Had her character ruined because of the writing of her and the characters around her. I liked the guy who spewed conspiracies about the company, like them created Mechagodzilla. I want to say their name is Alpha or some shit. I don't remember the name, and I watched this movie yesterday. I can never tell you a single character's name outside of Godzilla, Kong, and Mechagodzilla, because those are the three things that are important to this movie, in my opinion. Her character got ruined. The guy who just spewed conspiracies was pretty cool because he's a crazy guy, and that's kind of how he was written to look like and act like, and I like that. That was actually a good character writing. But holy shit, her friend, who is either Australian or New Zealand, or like from New Zealand, he's just so fucking annoying, man. Like, nothing against the actor. I'm sure the actor's alright. But he just seemed like trash from the writing perspective. They all seem fucking insane. Don't even get me started with the fact they used Mechagodzilla as a plot device to have Godzilla and Kong team up at the end. This is where they used Ghidorah, by the way. They used Ghidorah as a way of what I thought was powering Mechagodzilla, but apparently it only got to like 40% power, so they had to use something from Hollow Earth or something to power Mechagodzilla, and I'm like, okay, well, that's not how energy works, but, you know, we'll ignore it. We'll ignore it. But that's how that works, and that's just reasons, I guess. It doesn't make sense. Kong got again, fights in this movie were sick. I'm going to just say why I like them. Kong got his ass handed to him by normal Godzilla first fight, and kind of second fight. In a pretty cool fight. Like in the final showdown between those two, Kong absolutely got his ass whooped, and had to have his heart restarted, which is so dumb. Not that he has to have his heart restarted, but the way they do it, they use a fucking ship that can enter into Hollow Earth and send a power jolt from that ship into Kong to restart his heart. It's pretty fucking stupid. Godzilla gets destroyed by Mechagodzilla in an anime-style fight. Like their two beams, the atomic breath and then like just laser, collide. Mechagodzilla absolutely just decks Godzilla. So Godzilla gets destroyed. Kong is told by the little girl, hey yo, Godzilla is a friend, not an enemy. So he's like, oh yeah, you know, I'm gonna team up with this guy, although I have had my entire ancestry has been at an ancient war with his entire ancestry. But you know what? We're gonna team up because the plot says that we do that. And this little girl, who is the only remaining survivor of the Iwi, the people from from Skull Island, she's the only survivor. I'm gonna listen to her because she protects me sometimes, and I protect her. She's like whatever, right? So Kong is like, alright, yeah, I'm going to fight Mechagodzilla with normal Godzilla. Somehow, Kong gets the upper hand on Mechagodzilla. Don't even get me started on how. Because if normal Godzilla can't beat Mechagodzilla, I'm sorry, Kong is not beating that. So they have to team up, they both beat it together. And then they're just like, you know what? We're going to leave each other alone. We have like a little standoff, and then we leave each other alone. Kong goes to Hollow Earth. What is this plot? Like, what is this? The story is fucking awful. And there's so much more to it that's even worse. Again, every single fight in this movie is awesome. The visuals are amazing. The Hollow Earth looks beautiful. And the monster designs are impressive. But if it's not obvious, the movie, especially story-wise, was awful. And although I don't watch these movies for the story, and you probably don't watch these movies for the story, this story dragged this movie to a grinding stop whenever the monsters weren't on camera. You at least have to have a semi-interesting story, but they didn't even bother. And the fact that there weren't that many monster fights in the first place kind of fucking ruins it. Because, okay, sure, if it's like 20 minutes of plot, 5 minutes of a monster fight. If that's like the ratio, you know what? Fine. I'm willing to sit through that. But when you only have about 4 or 5 monster fights, and pretty much one is underwater, and it's the most mediocre thing of all time. That's pretty bad. So, the monsters fighting were pretty good. Plot's awful. That's pretty much all I have to say on this one. Final rating is a solid, and by solid I mean awful, 4 out of 10. The action in this movie is fantastic, and the visuals, again, are perfection, unrivaled by anything in my opinion. These might be some of the best visuals I've seen in movies, but the plot ruined it. Also the fact that most of the plot was, most of the movie was plot related, not fighting related, although it was heavily marketed as a monster fighting movie, definitely didn't help. So yeah, again, final rating 4 out of 10. And hopefully the next movie is a lot better, especially plot-wise. I know the monster fights are going to be impressive, as they always have been. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you guys did enjoy, make sure to just smash that like button and consider subscribing for more content like this one. I wanted to do half script, half my very raw thoughts, which is why I got very, very aggressive about some areas in this. But yeah, it was a very mediocre movie to bad. And you know what? Next movie gonna be alright, I hope. Like I said, if you guys did enjoy this review, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know your thoughts on this movie down in the comment section below. Also, go check out my socials. The links are in the description. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Peace out, everybody. Bye.